topic laboratory investigations in gout. So the presumptive diagnosis of gout, this should be confirmed by needle aspiration of acutely or chronically involved joints or from the tophaceous deposits. So clinical appearance, it strongly suggests gout, but the presumptive diagnosis of gout, this should be confirmed by needle aspiration of either acutely involved joints or chronically involved joints or from the tophaceous deposits. Acute septic arthritis or other crystalline associated arthropathies, palindromic rheumatism, and psoriatic arthritis, they also present with similar clinical features. So, when that joint, when it is aspirated, needle shaped monosodium urate crystals, they can be seen both intracellularly as well as extracellularly. So how are these crystals? These crystals are brightly birefringent with negative elongation. So these polarized crystals are brightly birefringent with negative elongation. And synovial fluid leukocyte counts, they may also be elevated from 2000 to 60,000 per microliter. And because of these presence of leukocytes, the synovial effusions, they appear cloudy. And if there are large amount of crystals in the synovial fluid, they produce a thick pasty or chalky joint fluid, and sometimes bacterial infection can coexist with urate crystals in synovial fluid. So if there is any suspicion of septic arthritis, joint fluid must be cultured. So any clinical appearance of gout, needle aspiration should be done, because several other diseases may present with similar clinical features. So these monosodium urate crystals are seen both intracellularly and extracellularly, and they are brightly birefringent with negative elongation. And even synovial fluid leukocyte counts are elevated, and if there are large amount of crystals, they produce a thick pasty or chalky joint fluid. And sometimes even bacterial infection can coexist with this urate crystals in synovial fluid. So this is a diagram showing both extracellular and intracellular monosodium urate crystals. So from the synovial fluid, you can see the needle and rod shaped crystals. So these crystals are strongly negative birefringent crystals. They are seen under polarized light microscopy. And so these crystals, they can be demonstrated in the first metatarsophalangeal joint and in knees. Even though the joint is not acutely involved with gout, we can demonstrate these crystals from the first metatarsophalangeal joint and from the knees. And arthrocentesis of these joints, this is a useful technique to establish the diagnosis of the gout between attacks. And then coming to serum uric acid levels. So these serum uric acid levels, so at the time of an acute attack, these uric acid levels might be normal or they might be low, because in gout, inflammatory cytokines, they can be uricosuric. So, and effective initiation of hypouricemic therapy, it can precipitate attacks. So at the time of an acute gouty attack, serum uric acid levels, they can be normal or low, because inflammatory cytokines, they are uricosuric. And so this limits the value of serum uric acid determinations for the diagnosis of gout, because serum uric acid may not always be elevated, because they might be normal or low at the time of an acute attack. But the serum urate levels, they might almost always be elevated at some point, And during the course of the hypouricemic therapy, supposing we start some hypouricemic therapy, we monitor this serum uric acid levels. And a 24-hour urine collection. So urine will be collected 24 hours for uric acid. So this is useful for assessing the risk of stones. And this also elucidates overproduction or under excretion of uric acid. And it decides whether it might be appropriate to use a uricose uric therapy. Okay, so 24-hour collection of uric acid for assessing the risk of stones and also for elucidating overproduction or under excretion of uric acid. Excretion of greater than 800 milligrams of uric acid per 24 hours on a regular diet. This suggests that overproduction of purine should be considered. If there is overproduction, what happens? It will be excreted in the urine. So excretion of greater than 800 milligrams of uric acid per 24 hours on a regular diet, it suggests overproduction as a cause. And apart from that, other investigations like urine analysis, serum creatinine, hemoglobin, white blood cell count, LFT, and serum lipids, they also should be obtained because of possible other pathological sequelae of gout and other associated diseases requiring treatment, and also as a baseline because of possible adverse effects of gout treatment. So all these investigations should be done as a baseline, and also these should be obtained because of the possible pathological sequelae of gout and other associated diseases. And radiographic features, they show cystic changes, well-defined erosions with sclerotic margins, often with overhanging bony edges, and there also might be soft tissue masses. These are the characteristic radiographic features. So cystic changes will be present, well-defined erosions will be present with sclerotic margins, often with overhanging bony edges, and soft tissue masses. These are the characteristic features of advanced chronic tophaceous gout. And ultrasound, this shows the double contour sign overlying the articular cartilage. And even CT can also show specific features establishing the presence of urate crystals. And so here in this plain radiography images showing first is a radiography of the hand showing bony erosions located in the metacarpophalangeal joints and also in the distal proximal and distal interphalangeal joints. And in the B, radiography of the foot, thus also showing it's a dorsoplantar projection, extensive bony erosions involving the fifth and the first metatarsophalangeal joint. And C, tarsal bones showing erosions in the scaphoid and also in the first metatarsal bone with typical overhanging edges. And soft tissue masses also due to extensive tophaceous deposition may also be observed. And this is the double contour sign. See the double contour sign here, you can see this is due to deposition of the urate crystals in parallel with the femoral condyle cortex. And so this double contour sign, it is a ultrasound finding in a case of chronic tophaceous gout. Thank you.